Posted on my Instagram story yesterday that we are going to be hatching our own quail and we are soon to be quail owners, and the responses I got were astounding. If you're not panicked about the food system right now, I'm honestly really happy for you. Do not allow me to instill that in you. If you are panicked though, if you are freaking out a little bit about the fact that, I mean, especially I live in California, so I think the bird flu, from what I've heard, is actually like worse here than it is in a lot of other places. But, like, our egg shortages are really bad and only expected to get worse. On top of that, with the tariffs and mass deportations, especially being a border state where a lot of our food supply in this state comes from either migrant farm workers or food that crosses the border from Mexico, shit is about to get really bad with our food supply system, especially with the amount of farm workers that very reasonably are not showing up to work to try to avoid ICE raids. I let myself freak out for a little bit, and now we're controlling what we can. I'm about to build a bunch of planters out on our balcony. I live in an apartment, okay? It's not like I have a huge yard, but I have a little bit of outdoor space. I got some free wood off of Facebook Marketplace that I'm going to use to build planters. I'm in my Buy Nothing group here. If you're not in your local Buy Nothing group, I guarantee you have one. They're everywhere. They're where you can give away things for free, ask to borrow things for free, or ask to keep things. I am borrowing an egg incubator from someone on that group. I found someone locally who is selling fertilized eggs for very little. I'm in my backyard growers Facebook group here as well. If you want to feel like you can control something, get in touch with the people in your community. We need to focus on community resilience. And I feel like living in Los Angeles right now, our city's kind of in a unique position that right now we are really bonded together in a lot of ways. There is a lot of community resilience that's been built in the past month just from the fires and everything we've had to deal with that. Regardless of where you live, right now you need to be focusing on connecting with people in your community. You do not need a lot of space to start growing some of your own food. I'm not saying you're going to support yourself entirely living in an apartment, but go to your farmer's market, become friends with your local farmers, buy food locally, get connected with a local community-supported agriculture endeavor. There are upsides and downsides to living in a city right now, and there's upsides and downsides to living in a more rural area right now. Living in a city, I don't really have a space to grow a lot of stuff. I do have access, however, to a lot of people, so we can support each other as a community. If you live in a more rural area, you might be able to grow a lot more stuff on your own. You also might have a little bit of something lacking in the amount of people you're able to connect with. But both have pros and cons. Back to the quail thing really quick. I've been doing so much research. Button quail, specifically female button quail, they make virtually no noise. Okay, I've been reading a bunch that there's a lot of people who even keep them as an indoor pet. I'm going to be keeping mine on my balcony. That really only works if you're in a warmer climate from what I've read, but they make next to no noise, and if you use an ammonia neutralizer in the bedding, they produce next to no smell. Quail also start laying eggs at 6 weeks versus I think it takes chickens at least twice that long to start laying. You can start vegetables in your own home. You can start buying things in bulk from your farmer's market and preserving food. These are skills that you can develop. There are things that you can do. So if you feel like everything is out of control and everything is crumbling right now, I promise you, channel that energy into controlling what you can. Channel that energy into building community, building skills, and supporting your community, lifting each other up. We're going to make it through this. It is going to be a rough 4 years. It is probably going to be more than a rough 4 years. Stay informed. I'm not saying stick your head in the sand, but channel that energy into doing what you can, because there is so much that we can do. There is so much that we have control over. Don't let them make you feel like there isn't. You have power still. It's going to be okay.